With our powerful Zapier integration, you can automate pretty much anything and create almost any workflow. So first things first, if you've never used Zapier, the way it works, so here I've created a Zapier account and I started creating the first Zap. So the way it works is it's really simple, really. You have a trigger that is basically something happening in an application. So it could be a trigger like a new form submission, a new document signed through DocuSign, anything really that would happen in an external app. Or it can be also a trigger, a Hubflo trigger. So essentially, with Hubflo, let me show you. You get all these triggers, so new contact created, new issued proposal, etc. So you could create an automation, for example, when a proposal is issued or a project is created, send an email or whatever. But here, let me show you one of the most popular automation. So this would be typically creating a client, a project or account or whatever you call it, and then creating directly the client portal and inviting the client. So basically having everything taken care of. So the way you would do this, it's really easy. Let me show you step by step. So I'm going to start with Google Form. But you could use this with any form builder, really. So here, let me select a trigger, new form response. Okay. You'll be prompted to connect your Google account. And then here I'm going to select the form. So I have this form. And here it's going to pull all the recent results. So here we go. So I have an example of response. I'm going to be using this to build my workflow. So when someone submits my Google form or whatever type form, click here on continue. And then here, I want to do something in Hubflo. So I'm just going to type in Hubflo. Make sure that you have accepted the Hubflo invite to use our Zapier integration that you use in the latest one available, which is the 2.0 version. So first thing I want to do is create a contact, okay? Here, you'll be prompted to connect your Hubflo account. Once you do this, you may have to do it again. So you will just basically need to copy your API key from your settings and then go to integration and you'll see your API key. Just copy paste it here and you're good to go. So, and this basically is one of the most important steps. This is where I will basically tell Zapier, I will give it instructions on how I want the contact to be created. So the actual info that I want to pull from this Google form trigger. So full name, I'm going to find here the name, client Bob. So notice here, I have an icon, a Google form icon, basically showing me that I'm pulling this information. This is a variable basically that I'm pulling from Google form, from the Google form answer. And every time you progress through a step in Zapier, you will have all the information from the previous steps available for you to use here. Email, just select the email. Phone. Product type. Let's say this is a client. Already, this is not mandatory, but let's say it's medium. Also address, city, etc. Let's set an owner. And here, if you have the company name, what you want to do, click here on custom and select the company here. So this is the company coming from my company field on the Google form that I have. Contact created. Now we want to add more steps. So now we want to create a project in Hubflo. So it works pretty much the same. Just select your new project, create project, continue. The name of the project, probably want something like company name. Yeah, the company name, and yeah. that should do it. You can set up other fields. So let's say the start date. I want it to be today because this is the day. The day where this Zap is gonna run. So I'm just gonna go ahead and type in today. That's easy as that. Owner. Probably gonna be you. And this is really important. Click on primary contact. And here, this is gonna pull like all the contacts that you have. But since you actually want the contact to be the one that you just created, you're gonna custom. Let's find the ID of the contact that we've just created. Create contact. Find the ID. And here we go. Project type, so this would be like the board where this project is gonna live. And this would be the stage. And now, we also want to create the client portal. So let's add another Hubflo step. So we're gonna have to create a workspace. We're gonna give it a name. We probably want to use the company name, so that's what we're gonna do. Company name, the Bob company. We want to create a chat room, and this is important. You actually have to add yourself at least in the chat room, otherwise you won't be able to access the chat room. The client will be added automatically. Don't worry about it. Here, this is where you would link it to the project if you want. So let's do this. Works exactly the same as linking it to the contact. So let's hold the ID of the project, click here. And then here we want to use one of our templates. I don't know, let's use this. And we are good to go. Perfect. So you could basically add an infinite number of steps. So here, for example, you could, create a task, for example, a follow-up task. You could also add another step to invite the client automatically. You can do pretty much anything, but this is basically the logic, and all the actions work pretty much the same.